Hello everyone. So we are back today with another video on this hot afternoon in Georgia. It is now afternoon and I was supposed to be doing this video since earlier, but it didn't happen. But better late than never, right, Amani? So as you can see, I have Amani Taylor here, and she's about to get a little bit of milk. So Amani Taylor is a full body silicone, just in case you're new to my channel. She's a full body silicone baby girl, or anatomically correct soft silicone, or poured in one piece. And she has elbow armatures, and she is from the Willow Awake Kit Editions by Claire Taylor Dolls, and she was painted and hair rooted by Paula Briggs. Right, Amani? So that is just a little bit on Amani, who I'm feeding, just in case you've never seen her before. And I'm going to also have her brother in this video, so her twin, I'm going to show him in a minute. So I'm not going to spend too much time on one baby. I'm going to try to switch up in a second, so that way I can get to feeding Jackson, because he's going to actually drink and wet. So I'm going to be doing a little drink and wet feeding with Jackson, her twin, and she wants milk, so she's just getting a little bit of her formula. He's hot and thirsty, so he's going to get water. Right, Jackson? Let's see. Let me show you guys Jackson. That is my chair and everything, and my pod with Layla in it. And that is Jackson down there. He's waiting patiently for mommy to get to him. And as I showed you guys the other day, my pack and play over there in the corner has more babies in it. So yeah, my room, my babies have pretty much taken over my room. My silicone babies, because I don't keep my silicone babies up front in my nursery, in the main nursery, because they are silicone, so I feel safer with them back here in my room. Right now I have 5 silicone babies back here in my room. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 5. I have to count them, I'm telling you, because my collection keeps changing. I had 7 silicone babies maybe about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I had 7. So now I'm down to 5 silicone babies. 4 of them are full body silicone babies, and 4 of them are full body silicone babies, and 1 is a partial silicone baby. So I have a total of 5. So usually if I take them in the nursery, it's when I take all of them up there, we're going to do a video. Or I could be up there just in the nursery doing stuff, and I want one of them up there with me, or 2, I'll take them up there with me. But when I finish in the nursery, I bring them right back in my room. I don't leave them up there. And that is because my nursery up front is in between, as I've said before, in between the kitchen and the laundry room. And my kids are constantly going in and out of my nursery to go from the kitchen to the laundry room. And they just tend to forget and leave the nursery door open. And I have 2 cats, and I do not want my cats near my silicone babies. I don't really want them in my nursery at all. But if my kids leave that nursery door open, those cats will go in there. And they know I don't want them in there, but they go in there anyway. every chance they get, them cats will sneak and go in my nursery. So therefore, I don't trust leaving my silicone babies up there. No way. Because just in case you don't know, pets are attracted to silicone. So if you have dogs, cats, rabbits, birds, anything, hamsters, you don't want to put your silicone babies anywhere near where your pets are going to be at. And unless you're there supervising, then that's fine, because you're going to have your eyes open. But say if you're not going to be in that room, like I'm not in my nursery all the time, I just don't trust my kids up there leaving my nursery open, and I done left one of my silicone babies up there, or any of my silicone babies up there. I just couldn't take it if my cats got a hold of my silicone babies and nibbled on them or scratched them or anything. Oh my gosh, I could not. I just don't even want to think about that happening. So because of that, I just don't take the chance and leave them up there. So that's just a little tip on pets and silicone babies. I remember years ago when I first started collecting, there was this video on YouTube with this lady, her dog had ate her silicone baby's face. Oh my gosh, that, like, I was just so traumatized. So I never like leave my babies just out where anything could like get to them. I just don't, and especially because I have cats. But yeah, her silicone baby's face was chewed up, like, just, oh my gosh, by her dog. And I've heard of birds attacking people's silicone babies, like pecking them and poking a hole like in the silicone, and just all kind of horror stories that you just don't want to imagine happening to your silicone baby. I've heard of the like things chewing off, like a rabbit chewed off someone's doll fingers one time, just chewed off all the fingers on both hands. Like, that is crazy. So these dolls cost too much to be letting that happen. Okay, so now I'm going to lay her down. She had a little bit of her milk, and you can just see she's all poured in one piece with the little wobbly head. Well, not little head. They got nice size heads, these Willow babies. They have some nice size heads. So she's gonna lay down there. And then I'm trying to also change them in this video. So this video is gonna have a lot going on. And I'm trying to feed him. So here is Jackson now. And he is Willow asleep, as you can see. That's his favorite thing to do. Right, little guy? Say, I'm just sleepy, mommy. He's so sweet. I just love that sleeping face. Look at him. He just looks so just milk drunk and knocked out. That's how he reminds me of what he reminds me of. A baby that is just so content and just out sleeping. So he's wearing my one and only 4th of July bib. I don't remember when I got this, maybe 2 years ago. It says baby's first 4th with the helicopter on there, or airplane, whatever that's supposed to be. So I figured, let me let a baby wear this, because I was going through all of my bibs and different stuff to donate some more stuff. Like, I'm downsizing with a lot of the clothes and different accessories for my babies that I'm not really using. And this is KY liquid. It is the liquidy one, if you can see it moving in the bottle. You can put that on their bottle nipples and their pacifier nipples, and it just helps for the bottle and everything, the nipple to kind of go in their mouth easier. So as I said, I have not did a drinking wet feeding with Jackson in such a long time. I can't believe how long it's been. So I figured I'm going to come on today and give him some water. It's so warm. It just seems like a baby would want water in this weather. That's how hot it is down here. So he is my drinking wet Willow. Amani does not have a drinking wet system. Jackson does. And so I wanted to give him some water because I want to check out his system. I don't like going too long without doing a feeding with them because I like to just make sure everything is still flowing good with their drinking wet. And it seems like he's drinking okay. Nothing's coming back up like he's actually thirsty. So when I got him, I used to feed him so much. Like every minute I wanted to do drinking wet feedings with him. You would have thought he was really a real baby because I was feeding him like he needed a bottle every few hours. I was feeding this baby. Oh my gosh. I do love the drinking wet system when the baby has it. I do. I don't use it all the time, but every now and then I like to use it. But when he was first new, and Layla, my other silicone baby, she has the drinking wet system. I used to use hers a lot too. Like every minute I was feeding her. But then after I have them for a while, I kind of slow down with it. Like he hasn't had a drinking wet feeding in months, I want to say. It's been a few months. And he is gobbling. Like he said, "Mommy, I was so thirsty. You have not fed me in months." He is gobbling. I wish you guys could see the bubbles, but I think the camera is too far away because I can see them good, but I don't think y'all can see it. It's too far back. And Amani is there, so I can't pull the camera any closer. But he is gobbling. He just dripped a little bit that time. And I think he's drinking too fast. Like, he is really gobbling. I gotta let it get a chance to go down for a minute. But it looks like his diaper is definitely getting wet. I already can tell. He usually kind of wets right all of it out. But with any of them, I always like check their diaper even after I feed them with the drinking wet. I will feed them. And then I change them right after I feed them the water, put a dry diaper on them, make sure they're nice and dry. And then I check them again in a couple of hours, just in case they need to get changed again. So I also burp my babies with drinking wet feedings as though they are a real baby because they need to get the water down. So when you sit them up and burp them, it helps to get the water down through the tubing, make sure everything is coming out and nothing is just sitting anywhere. So I burp them. Even when I do fake feedings though, I burp my babies. It's just a natural habit. Like, I guess because with my real babies, I had to burp them. And my real babies were spit up babies, so you had to really burp them a lot. So it's just natural instinct, motherly instinct. If I feed a baby, even my dolls, I'm burping them. Drinking wet or fake feeding, I gotta burp them. I just have to burp them. So this little guy right here is crazy. But I haven't been handling him a lot. I haven't fed him, like I said, a drinking wet feeding or feeding at all in a while. So all of a sudden, I'm like looking at this baby today as though he's brand new. Have you guys ever done that? Where you had the baby a while, but maybe you didn't handle them for a while. You didn't interact with them for a little while. And all of a sudden, it's hot back here, guys. And the air is on and I'm hot. The fan is on, if y'all can hear it. Sorry, in the background, I'm still hot. But all of a sudden, you go to pick up that baby and it feels like it's a new baby or something. So that's what happened with me with him today. And I'm just like admiring that face. I love the face on the Willow asleep. And this is like one of my all-time favorite sculpts. Definitely is the Willows. And especially this one, the Willow Asleeps, came out first. If you don't know, you might be new and don't know that. But they came out first in 2019, I believe. And I had one of the prototypes. I had the prototype. I think I had number 3. It was also a little boy. And this one, they look a lot alike to me, except this one is biracial skin tone and my first one was Caucasian. But they do remind me a lot of each other. Like their silicone, everything feels exactly the same as my first one. The first one had the full armatures too, because this baby has full armatures and the drinking wet. And the prototype also had the full armatures and the drinking wet. And when I let my prototype go, I decided not to keep it. I did not think I would luck up ever to get another Willow Asleep boy, and I cannot believe I have this one. And I just love him. Look at him. He is such a handsome little baby. Like, I just love this baby. And I'm not going to give him any more water. I think he had enough. He's like, what was I going to say? My thought went right out of my head. What was I going to say, boo-boo? Remind me. Oh, his skin tone is, for me, like, I love the skin tone he is as a biracial baby. Like, this is my favorite biracial skin tone that he is. Like, I just love his coloring, because biracial skin tone could be all ranges of different colors, and he is definitely the biracial skin tone that I really love. I could just look at him and not have to even pick him up, because I just love how he looks. I love his sleeping little face and his coloring, his hair color, everything. I just love everything about him. And his consistency of his silicone, he's soft, perfect softness, not too soft, not too firm. He's like the perfect mix. If you don't like your babies too soft, he is the perfect mix. Whereas Amani here, I love her as well, but she's way softer than her brother. Totally different. Like, her consistency of her silicone, she's basically mush. But I love it. I love the both of them, but they feel completely different from each other. That's the funny thing with these kids. All of them have their different little feel from each other. You have to actually feel them to know what they're gonna feel like. But both of them are soft silicone, one piece pour. She has these beautiful elbow armatures. I love her armatures. They work so nice and easy. But his are the full armatures, and they are definitely a little more rigid. To me, they don't even stay as well. Well, I don't know. His arms will kind of stay bent. They're not going to flop, whereas hers could be bent, and if you lift her up, they'll kind of flop on their own. So I think the elbow armatures hold their arms just enough to hold them up, but they don't hold them where it's going to stay. Like, if I lift her, sometime her arms on their own will just drop down, whereas his is pretty much going to stay like this. The full armature, they just pretty much stay. So anyway, what I wanted to do was feed the babies and definitely check his drinking wet, and he did pretty well. He drank about 2.5 ounces out of this Tommy Tippy bottle. That's one of my favorite bottles to feed them. I got the nipples just right on that one. The flow is good when they drink, doing a drinking wet feeding with that particular bottle. And I am just going to put them in red, white, and blue. And this I bought for him last, I'm about to say Christmas. No. Last 4th of July, but he never wore it. It's just a simple little, like a tank top onesie with these wide stripes, which I love for little boys. And this is a 0 to 3 months by Garanimals. That brand at Walmart, and it's more white on the inside, so the colors won't go on the baby silicone. And then she has this red, white, and blue. It's more blue from Carter's, this romper that I showed in my last haul. And one of her aunties asked, could I please put it on her? They want to see her in this romper, so I figured I'd come and put this on her. But I didn't bring any sandals back here out of the nursery, and I probably wouldn't really keep sandals on them. It's too hot. But I might take a picture of her with her sandals on. Hers is also white on the inside. 0 to 3 months, Carter's. So they both gonna get something on that's red, white, and blue. So let's change this little guy's diaper. And as big as he is, he can fit, these are newborn Huggies. He can fit them, but I prefer him in a size 1 diaper, but he can fit these newborn diapers also. So although these Willow babies are kind of big, they're not all that big. They would just be considered a larger newborn size baby, but to me they still seem like, you know, like a newborn, like maybe 2 months old or something like that, 6 weeks old. They don't seem like 5 months or anything like that, because some people think the Willows are really, really big. They're not that big. They are a nice size baby, but they're not that big. I believe they are 9 pounds and like an ounce, or 9 pounds and 2 ounces, something like that. And they are 22 inches long, I believe. So they're a pretty nice size. What I love about these babies is that they are easy to shop for, because they can fit size 0 to 3 months. So you can just shop off the rack in any store. You can order pretty much from any website for them, because they fit 0 to 3 months and they have a nice length to them. So they pretty much fit their clothes. They're not too big and they're not too small. They like a good size baby. A nice size baby. And then when the Willow Awakes came out, I wanted a Willow Awake so bad. I didn't think I would get a Willow Awake. From the way it was going, I could not get one. It took a while for me to get a Willow Awake. Let's see. I had 2 Willow Asleeps, like I said. 1 prototype, and then this little guy. And so far, Jackson, I've had him for over a year now. About a year and a half almost I've had Jackson. And then Amani, I finally got a Willow Awake, but she is my 3rd Willow Awake, believe it or not. I had 2 other Willow Awakes before I got to Amani, and I must say Amani is definitely my favorite. Just like Jackson, like I went through a few Willows before I end up with these 2, and they are by far like my favorite 2. The perfect match. I just love these 2, and I think I got at least 4 of my Willows from the same person, which is I can't even believe it. But I had a Willow Awake boy first, which was Joshua, if you guys remember. So I had the Willow boy twins last summer. Then I let go of Joshua because I wanted a little girl Willow Awake. So I let go of Joshua, and then I had Destiny, which was a Caucasian Willow girl Awake. And then from her, I ended up with Amani. We traded, and I got Amani, and Destiny went back to the mommy that originally had her. And she loved Amani too, but she let me trade with her, and she let me get Amani. And I always talk about that because I still can't believe she did that for me. I still cannot believe it. That was so nice of her to let me get Amani, because she knew I loved Amani. So I have, as I showed you guys, my little pacifier collection. I'm starting in here with my silicone passies, and then I keep my little lubricant in there to put on the passies. So it makes it very easy to just get them a passy. I'm gonna give her the red one and him this blue one. And I think these are called, these 2 came together in 1 pack. These are by Itsy Ritzy, and I think they call like holiday something. Like it's made for the holidays, these 2 that come in the same pack together. They actually made that for like Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July holidays for the babies, so they can have the colors and match their clothes, their pacifier. So he's gonna get this blue one, and then I'm gonna switch them and change Amani. And we are at 24 minutes, so hopefully it won't be too long. Okay, one thing I will say, when you put that lubricant on these pacifiers, they don't take much but a drop. With these Willows, I think with all my babies, if you put too much, you see how he's spitting it out? Because now it's too slippery in his mouth. And the pacifier, he'll just keep spitting it out on his own. You see that? He won't take it. Because I put just a little bit too much lubricant on there. So it does not want to stay in his mouth. So you have to be careful how much of that lubricant you put, because it will get too oily in their mouth. And it's not really oily, because that's water-based. It's like jelly or liquidy, whatever word you want to use. Let's see, how can I do this? Because I can't hold her and move him. I'm going to have to put her over here for a minute and then move him. But yeah, if you put too much of it on the passy will just keep, like, they will just keep spitting it out. So now he will be there. Look at him still spitting the passy. You don't want that passy, man? Say, I don't want it, Mommy. I'm full now. I had enough water and everything. So now I'm not going to suck that pacifier, even though it's that pretty color blue. Okay, now let's get her back over here. So for this video, guys, I did not really have a topic. Just came really to spend some time with the babies on camera and let the aunties and the cousins see the babies and get to change two of them again together, trying to let them wear some of these clothes. I'm telling you guys, I went through some clothes in my nursery yesterday. I think it was yesterday and the day before. And I done given away so much clothes, donated them, given them to people who had babies. And I still have tons of clothes. I send clothes out when I sell babies. You know, I'll go through the clothes I have and use them and send them out with babies I'm selling. I still have so much clothes. It's just ridiculous. So I got like another 2 bags at least yesterday to donate. So I'm not done, because I'm going to go through some more stuff, because I'm trying to lighten up with the clothes. I can't stand all that stuff piled and stacked up. And then sometimes you have so much stuff, you can't even find what you're looking for when you want it, because you have too much stuff to look through. And it gets frustrating when I can't find what I want. So I'm like, I'm going to just let go of some of these clothes. I had them for a while. Some of them is brand new, but I know I'm not going to use them. And a real baby could benefit from using them. So I'm just bagging them up. Clothes, bibs, what else? Cloth, not cloth, diapers. What do you call them things? Burp cloths. I have a lot of those that I've had for a while. I'm going to just keep the newer ones and let go of some of the older ones, because real babies need a lot of that stuff. Bibs and stuff, they use them up so fast. So I figured a lot of real babies could get some use out of all of them bibs I have collected. I mean, I have at least probably 100 bibs. Could be more than that. And I'm never going to use all of those bibs for these dolls. And some of them is brand new. Some of them I've used. So I just decided to let some of them go. So I am just like bagging up stuff and donating to, you know, just to give it away. So she is in her little romper here. And I'm going to just leave her little red and white headband on. Every time she wears something red and white, or with red, or red, white, and blue, I put this same headband on her. I think I need to look for me some more red headbands. I have 2 other ones that I use at Christmas time, but I don't have them out. So she tends to use this same one again and again. So that is for the auntie that wanted to see her in this romper. It is a perfect fit for her. I left the cloth diaper on her because I like some of their clothes where they have the cloth nappy on under it. It kind of fills out the clothes better to me than when they wear the disposable diapers. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to put just a little drop of this on her pacifier so that it will stay in her mouth and she won't keep spitting it out like her brother did. Because I tell you, that liquid one right there, and it comes in many different brands, it's very slippery. It's more slippery than the gel KY. Okay, she's keeping hers. Now, his mouth could be a little more wet because then he just had the water too. So that could be why he's not wanting his. Because he just don't want his. He's still spitting it out. And I definitely done wiped enough of it off of him. But there they are, guys. My babies. My Willow twins. I just love them. Now, also I'm going to give them these. These came with them. They little lovies that say Willow on the bottom. I don't know if you can read it on screen, but it says Willow. The little boys came with the little elephant, and I love that because these babies were sold as blank kits, which I didn't say that in this video. And she got the little unicorn one, and it says Willow for the girls. But these babies were sold as blank kits, these sculpts. There's 3 Willow prototype awakes and 3 Willow prototype asleeps. Those were all completed by Clear Taylor from start to finish, the prototypes. And then she made 15 blank Willow asleeps, which was sold, meaning no paint on them, no hair, all blank. You have to either paint them yourself or get your own artist to paint and root your baby. And then she made 30 Willow awakes that were sold as blanks. But she puts the eyes in for you. So if you bought it directly from Clear Taylor, you ordered it, she'll let you choose if you want blue eyes or brown eyes. So that's nice. She lets you choose the eye color in the awake babies. And she sent the blank kits along with a lovey. And that's nice because normally with a blank kit you wouldn't get a lovey with them. And she also sent them with one of these blankets that says Clear Taylor Dolls, and the boy ones have the blue writing for Clear Taylor Dolls. So with these kits, I love how she did it because she did kind of, you know, still send them with something from her. But I don't know if she'll always do that when she does blank kits. Like with her Sage kits that's out right now, if you're interested, she's doing the blank Sage Asleep kits. And I don't know if they come with anything. I'm not even sure if they come with the lovey or anything. I have to ask somebody that. But yeah, she has the Sage Asleeps, but I don't know if she's done releasing all of the blank kits because she was releasing them a little bit at a time. But you can check out Clear Taylor Dolls website, cleartaylordolls.com, if you're interested in her dolls. And right now she was doing in silicone, full body silicone, Sage Asleep kits. You can go on her website, subscribe to her mailing list. She sends out emails whenever she does release any more new dolls. You'll get an email. She also have a YouTube channel, Clear Taylor Dolls on YouTube, and you can see the dolls on her channel, the videos, and see which kits are out right now. And she also have vinyl reborn kits that are also out, and she also have partial silicone kits, Alex and Ashby. And I'm not sure about them either, if she is going to have more of them or not. But definitely subscribe to her mailing list so you'll get emails if she does, whenever she releases any new dolls. So anyway, that is all. This video is long, but I got it all done. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to say, thank you if you stayed to the end, because this video is long and I should have said this at the beginning, but I will touch on it again in another video. If you see any of my dolls for sale, because I'm getting a lot of people messaging me telling me that my dolls are listed on some kind of different Facebook pages and different places where people, even like a reborn seller supposed to be website or something where they sell dolls, and they have my dolls pictures saying they are selling them. They have them for sale. Guys, if you see my dolls anywhere, I still have my dolls here. They're not for sale. I still have all of them. So that means those people, whoever claiming to have them and selling them, they don't have them. I still have my dolls. The only doll I don't have anymore is Janica, my Janica boy, and he's with a new mommy. So again, they don't have him either for sale if they're showing him. Same thing with Jonay, my Zen Awake that I had. She's with her same mommy I sold her to. So they don't have that doll either. So none of my dolls that you've seen recently on my channel is up for sale anywhere. I haven't, they're not listed on any of those places that people are telling me. So that's definitely a scammer. So just be careful. And I'll talk about that more in the next video. So that is all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. And oh, follow us on Instagram. My Instagram link is under my videos, and you'll see their pictures where you can see them better in their pictures sometimes than you can see them on video. So thanks for watching, and we will see you guys again soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.